Hello everyone, welcome back to some more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time, I don't think too much happened last time. We literally just went to the governor's office and the warden's office. What else is there? Huh. Let's see if I remember. It's been a while for me, so if I remember correctly, we went to the Chief Justice's office, heard everything from him. Then we talked to Miss Vigil, who's looking for her husband. So we went to his workplace, only to find that he doesn't work there anymore because he was involved. He was dismissed, I think, for some reason. Yeah, he was dismissed. So yeah, we come back here to tell Sholmes the business, and we find out that, according to Gina here, Gregson's dead. Yeah, let's see what happened. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was really shot? I don't know much about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene. Where did this take place? A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss was... he was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I'd become a proper detective. Oh, Ginny. Oh, I thought something fell over. That scared me. Alright, well, who done it then, by that logic? So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is? They got him already. Already? They've caught the shooter so soon? A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him. What awful person did this? I still can't believe it myself. Gina? It was the Reaper. Wait a minute! You don't mean they've arrested Lord Van Zeeks for it? That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss. No! Lord Van Zeeks? I always took him more as a sword guy, not, anyways. Van Zeeks, though? Really? Are you quite sure, Mrs. Strahd? It's Berg Van Zeeks the police have arrested? I saw him with my own eyes, in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They heard the gunshot, apparently, and when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room. Okay, well that doesn't mean he necessarily killed him. But there's no way Lord Van Zeek would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. Alright. So, what can we do? Thank you for informing us, Mr. Strahd. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please, come and all, as soon as you can. You got my help. That was bad. So, yeah, just random major character deaths just like that? It's a detective's lot to appear whenever some sinister plot is unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes, these things are almost too much for the nerves. Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see nothing like this coming? How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson! Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you're intending to do that and do so anyway. Until later, then. Inspector Gregson, dead. And Lord Van Zeek's arrested. Yeah, just random major character death? Like, really? You can, like, set this up, beforehand? No, yeah, no, I don't remember all of them, like, setting it up, but yeah. Bruno! Susie! I've called you a handsome. It's waiting outside. Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Otto? Yes. Alright, question is, where do we go from here? 2 new locations, I believe. The prison and Fresno Street Room. Well, let's see. Do we come and investigate, or do we talk to the man suspected of killing him? What can we do? Let's talk to Lord Van Zeeks, actually. Let's hear his side as well. I do kind of want to look at the crime scene and see what we have here. Yeah, better to look at the crime scene first, because then Van Zeeks will be able to explain everything. First of November, room on Fresno Street. This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So, this dust-ridden rented old room is where it happened, then. So, this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life. Yes. And the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere. Oi! What do you think you're doing over there? Every one of them drawers have got to be taken right out so you can look underneath them and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked, and don't forget to look inside the chimney stack too. Blimey, ain't you never gone over and house looking for dough when the owner's out of town? Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques when she wants everyone to adopt. Oh, so you turned up at last. Mind you, I ain't been here long myself. Hello again, Gina. You look a lot better. Sholmes has only just left. You're lucky you missed that. He went prancing around here, pointing at stuff and flicking that out of his, and then just scuppered. Sorry, hard to read the dialogue like that sometimes. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, he didn't stop to say nothing to no one. Not even me. Gina, would you mind if we investigated too? Listen, Otto. You're a lawyer, right? Yes. Why? Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you? Oh, poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever. Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Zeeks really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Otto. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here. Thank you, Gina. Alright, guess let's look around first. What is this? This looks like some sort of notice board or something. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Ah, Mr. Naruto, look. This, you mean... It's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here, and details of prison inmates. Yes. In fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah, and this one here. Ah, yes, the advertisement, you mean. To the Red-Headed League. Yeah? But why? What's that doing here? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason. Yeah? Oh, it's a photograph stand. Oh, I was looking at the candle. I suppose it must be a picture from one of Inspector Gregson's family members. Ah. What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are! Look, Mr. Naruto, quickly! What? Oh! Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Of course she's familiar! We met her only this morning. Ah! It's Miss Vigil! This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Miss Vigil in here? To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped. I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either. Yeah, why is she here? Excuse me? Miss Vigil, in her younger years, is found on the desk at the scene of a crime. Right. Excuse me.
Oh, Inspector. Ah, sir.
Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Well, yeah, this is literally one of the paragon, one of the most famous people in the district, huh? Excuse me. If you're looking down on us from some great beyond, Inspector, don't worry. We'll look after things at the yard. I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. Oh, do you have anything to say? Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir.
Right. Perhaps I better leave you to your worry. Yeah? No one's even investigating. They're just they're just looking like they are while crying, which, again, to be fair, that's kind of what I think anyone would do, but still. This is presumably the murder weapon, then? That looks like a toy. Oh my. It is real, I suppose? I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. I really know very little about them. There's only one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruto. Fire a shot. No! If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer to just ask someone who might know, I think. Right. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, we can examine it. Yeah, this looks fake, because it's like way too small. There's like this little... There's like some little lapel... Not lapel, but like a little carabiner thing I saw at the end. Suppose it's supposed to be a murder weapon. Is it real? I think so. Same difference. Okay, yeah, it's the same doll. Okay. So we need someone familiar with guns, huh? Ah. I can only wonder who that will be. What is this? Oh, what's this?
It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way.
Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Mr. Inspector Gregson?
It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zeek's playing with something like this.
It's only about 8 centimeters tall. Could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case.
Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all, in a way.
Alright, let's look at... Finally, let's look at the actual... What is this called anyways? Like, is it like... Like they tape up where the body was, the outline of the body, I guess? So I suppose... This is where the victim...
That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away.
And would probably be under Dr. Syed's scowl by now, if not for what happened last week.
From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball.
Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look like you've just seen a ghost. Well, yeah, we literally just talked to him a good 8 days ago. I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that bloodstain next to it.
Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality.
Susato-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. And what is this? Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Also, yeah, game? Playing all this happy-go-lucky music when a major character died? Like, you guys couldn't keep this area quiet? Or like played, like, not sorrowful music, not sad music, but, you know what I mean? Kind of like, music that's like, you know? I mean, we had a main character died. You know, during that whole Gina thing we had just a few moments ago, there was like this bombastic tune because everyone was surprised, but oh well.
Oh, funnily enough, neither can I.
It's a hairpiece, isn't it?
It is. It is a bright red hairpiece.
And I suppose the fact that it's right next to it, right there next to where the body was found, means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it?
And in such a flame-colored red, too.
Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently, elsewhere, isn't it?
Exactly. This is a vital clue. I'm sure of it.
Alright then. Nothing? Oh, Gina's here. Right. Alright, oh, we can investigate, okay. I don't see anything special about it. It's hand-carved.
The helmet of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for the wear.
I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if somebody enjoyed twisting it around and around for fun.
Shall we try to sing it around and around too? For fun?
Oh!
Ah!
What's that?
It appears to be some sort of key.
But it's tiny though. It couldn't be a key for a door. Not at that size. So what is it for, I wonder? Yeah, a whole key right under the legs, right in between the legs. Oh, sorry. I just thought this looked like a mini gun for a second there, because if you hold it, you click down the head to shoot. Huh. This looks like some sort of key. Yes, it does. A very tiny and simple key. Okay. Alright, so anything that needs a key. Yeah, it's a wig, alright. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like. That doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruhodo. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you? I'm not sure that's quite how I put it. You must have to use lots of bird lime to keep it in place on your head. So it doesn't get blown up in a gust of wind, I mean. Oh, there's straps for the ears right there. That might be a little bit inconvenient when you wanted to take it off again, don't you think? I mean, they have straps to put the ears, so should be fine. Huh. Hmm. Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place? That's what I want to know. It's what, half a year since I got out of the clink? That's when I decided to give up mid-diving and become a detective instead. Ah yes, Mr. Jones twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he? Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But it turns out, he's a bit of a legend at the yard. Goodness, really? They say he managed to solve some really tricky case, just like that. He did? Yep. And ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else in the yard even knows what half the cases he's working on are, apparently. That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this? I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all, and look where that landed him. Respect for the Reaper? In what way? I heard him say as much. I'll take my hat off to that fella, were his words. Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper. Yeah, the boss said that's exactly why I respected the bloke. I didn't realize Rexton held the Reaper in quite such high regard. He'd said something close to me and all, that I didn't need to worry about the Reaper, because he only goes after people what are bad. It did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that. Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here? Apparently it's being rented by some old cog called Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. Oh, sorry. Was thinking of Lockadio Boone from... Well, anyway. Ooh, actually I should play that game for the channel. Yeah, I should. Anyways. Hugh Boone. Huge Boone. I don't know. It's sort of a here today, gone tomorrow name, that, isn't it? Yeah, he's what we'll call an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him. I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say that this place hasn't been lived in for a very long time, if ever. Right? All the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation. But there's so little here, no one knew what to do with themselves. I do wonder... Yes, Mr. Sato? Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself? What? How could that be? Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible
that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his.
Yeah, that would explain the corkboard thing.
Nice work, Zeus.
We're actually following a line of inquiry like that ourselves. You are? If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it. We should really investigate this place in detail.
I see that's where the poor inspector was found, over there.
Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet what did him in. Apparently the bullet went right through them and struck that candle tree on the wall. Oh yes, it's blown one of the candles apart completely. And the gun used is out on the floor. It's the Reaper's, isn't it? No denying that. What? Really?
How do you know that?
Take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big wide eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some big lawman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him? A big wig lawman, isn't it? Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under that window there. There were some street setters just outside where this gunshot.
Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside.
Yeah, they've all been taken down to the yard for questioning. That's why. We'll talk about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. They'll be getting a grilling. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves? I doubt it. The lads at the yard will just want to know what you're snooping for, and you'll be up for a grilling and all. So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. Phew. Let me look at the candle. I didn't even notice that. Wow. It is broken. Here, let me fix my microphone. Excuse me for a second. Alright, and we're back. There. Fixed good. The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been blown completely off.
Yes, there's wax splattered on the wall behind. Look.
I suppose if a bullet had hit it.
It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body.
Ugh. Now that wax on the wall looks like blood to me. Alright. Well... Oh, broken windows. Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over broken glass. Haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore.
Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. You could still say, oh, sorry, this one does at least still let in some light, so you could say...
You could say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. Alright, is that it? Yeah? I guess it is. Okay, she says she doesn't know about guns, so there's no real point in presenting it to her. One of the candles is basically blown to smithereens. Ah, there are some black marks here, look.
Yes, they look like some sort of scorch marks.
Perhaps the bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked. In half, it seems.
Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used in criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them.
Right. Big wig lawman, huh? Oh. Let's talk to our Menzies. Oh, he's just, reading. There he is. Lord Van Zeeks, behind bars.
So it's true. He really was arrested.
He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us.
Lord Van Zeeks?
Fancy meeting you here. The last place on earth I'd like to be, but the last person on earth I'd like to see. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That you, that Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
But... Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him at the very least. We owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigation, please.
There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case?
This... The art isn't quite so cavalier with his information as to share details of the case with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance.
Oh, who might that be?
Someone you know, as it happens, Albert Harebrain. Of course, yes, I keep forgetting they went to the same university. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace, so let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zeeks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. So what exactly happened here? Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zeeks? What happened?
How much do you already know?
We know the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street. And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room, and that some witnesses heard the gunshot.
Then you're well informed. And there's already nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
But the gunshot. Obviously, you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise. However, before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So he doesn't actually know what happened, huh? If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with?
I don't need to answer that.
Oh.
After all, you're not representing me.
He is going to need a lawyer, though. Yeah, who's going to take up your mantle again? Who's going to be representing you in court? Lord Van Zeeks?
Anyone other than you, I should imagine.
Ah. Full-on racism. Would I be right to assuming that you have no representation as yet?
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know.
But this is different.
In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subjects subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole. But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you? It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the truth about the true identity of the killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that. What does he mean by that? Alright. After the trial, Professor Harebrained was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought. It's a letter to inform me of a safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper.
Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your stupid little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day. Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
So Professor Harebrained is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry.
There was a 2-second silence, that's all.
Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you.
I was wondering, Lord Van Zieks. If you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you.
You trust me, do you?
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one.
What?
Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you Nipponese.
But, please.
I have no intention of engaging in your services.
The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems.
I'd appreciate that if you don't visit me again. Then neither of us will have wasted any more time.
Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Zieks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. We could go to his house, huh? Yeah, well.
Anyways, I think I'm gonna end this here because
I am way too tired. I literally can barely keep my eyes open, so
yeah, we're gonna end things here a bit early, just for my own health. Anyways.
I guess with that being said, thank you for watching, and, yeah, next time I guess we're gonna dig a bit deeper and see the relation between, Lord Van Zieks and Inspector Gregson. So, yeah, I'll see you all then.